All right, here we are, another episode of Hoppothetically. We have our first guest, Bridget Geiran.
Baby.
Thanks for joining us. Okay, well, we were originally going to have a different guest who was a 40-year-old man with kids. So I geared my questions towards that. So Bridget, just answer as if...
I think I can imagine.
Yeah. So let's say, Bridget, imagine you're a 40-year-old man with kids and you were going to get in...
Hell yeah, I'm glad you prepped me for this because I've already been imagining.
Am I still Nathan?
We'll get to who you are. So it's a fight to the death between you, Bridget, your 40-year-old manness, and your wife. But
okay.
Your wife, who's I guess can be Nathan, you get to use the kids as projectiles.
Okay, so Nathan is my wife.
What's my weight and build as the wife? Like, how big am I?
I don't know. This would have been a good... Bridget, how big is Nathan?
How big am I?
I don't remember. I feel like he's shorter than you. Is that correct?
Well, no. The Nathan as your wife.
Yeah.
You're
that's going to define this fight a lot.
You're DC comedian Cody Skinner.
You can lie. They don't know who this is.
He's like
nobody knows who Cody Skinner is. You could say anything.
He's like
you
a bigger guy.
6'5", 250. You could pick any weight and build you want.
He's pretty big.
Oh, I do remember Cody Skinner very well because one time I was barking outside of Town Tavern and a man tried to lick me, and
it was Cody Skinner?
It was not Cody Skinner. Cody Skinner swooped in and yelled at him and made him go away. So that is how I met Cody Skinner, actually.
Okay. Well, that's who you're playing. So I guess you're also heroic.
He's a big person.
He's a big guy. So Nathan, you're his wife.
Do I get to use the kids as projectiles, or do
you do?
Do they? Oh, do. I do.
And then the big cat.
We're fighting to the death. My wife, who is Nathan, is throwing our children at us.
At just you. And the thing is, you care about the children's health and well-being, but Nathan doesn't. So they're sort of useful projectiles in that they can hurt you, but also they can hurt themselves.
I don't think kids are going to make good projectiles.
I agree with my wife here. I don't think they're going to be good.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make good projectiles. Have you tried even picking
couple
them up
teaming up on
them?
me as always?
Yeah. You know what, Nathan? I think we should get back together. We should get married. We should renew our vows and throw our children at Nick.
Maybe. I don't know. I think they're loose and dangly, and I think they're going to be weighted weirdly.
No, I think they're young though. I think they're like they're toddlers, so they're still kind of dense. So you could...
No, even without that dense, they're so like top heavy that it's like they still only weigh like 6 pounds. It's like, what am I gonna throw, like a beanie baby?
Dude, I have tried picking up a bag of sand once and it was so tough. I can't imagine one that tries to like fight me every step of the way as I'm trying to hurl them at a large man.
Unless the children are like tuck and rolling to be a projectile, I don't see them as a good weapon.
Oh, wait. Actually,
they could do that. Nathan's their mom. They'll listen.
Oh, wait. Yeah, here's the more important question. Are the kids on my team about the fight? Like, even though I'm willing to sacrifice their well-being, whose side are they on in this duel?
No way they're not on my side.
No. I feel like kids tend to side with the mom. I feel like they'll understand when I throw.
They should side with the mom, but they never do. They always side with the dad until they grow up, and then they're like, "Wow, I think maybe my mom was right."
Yeah, the kid's like, "I want dad to throw me."
Yeah, they're like, you know how dad's never here? That makes it special that he is here. And then they grow up and they're like, "Oh."
So
they'll be excited to get hurled at you to get attention. Mm-hmm. So maybe they'll like that. Maybe they'll be on my team about that. When I hurl them, they'll be excited about it.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Wait, so what's the question for me, Nick?
Who would win in the fight?
Me, duh.
Yeah, but you care about the kids' well-being. So like, even if they don't hurt you, they hurt themselves on your gigantic heroic body.
Barely. How many kids could we possibly have?
I think it's 2.
And
I think he has 2.
And do they
what I'm hearing is that my wife Nathan throws both of our kids at me. I'm like, okay, and then I fight him.
No, but then they run back though.
Yeah, I get some rebounds.
And you
can I see.
You can coach them.
So the kids are running back. Okay.
And if you don't have time to pick them up, you could kick them into her.
Wait, so does he care about his children if he's kicking them back into me, or?
No. I'm saying you could kick them back into.
Like I could
and you don't
keep
care.
Kicking them. Oh, okay. I still think.
I think I would
he wins the
I think
fight,
I would
yeah.
still win. I think I would still win.
Yeah.
Would it be close?
I think she may lose one or two of the kids, but I think she'll win the fight in the end. Like she
How-
won't come back with 100% success rate, but I think she'll get like at least 50.
How many kids would it take to even it up?
I mean, I think it depends on the size and density of the kids.
Let's say they're pretty fat, but they're all like 8 and under.
No, but the problem is the weight and size are going to work against me in the fighting of them. You want them
Yeah.
to be smaller, so
No,
they're
dude,
better
you've been
projectiles.
throwing your kids for years. You're good.
I'm a pro at throwing my children.
Yeah, all mothers are.
Really?
No, I don't fucking know. I'm just saying
I
shit.
don't know.
Have you seen our mom try to run? I don't think she could throw us. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I don't think.
I don't think she could throw you now, but I think when you were small, she could have thrown you.
I think
Maybe
my
a
mom
little
could throw me
bit.
now. She's my hero. She could do anything. All right. Well,
You're just pandering to the moms on the podcast.
yeah, I'm trying to get mom.
Well, the
listening.
moms on the podcast.
Yeah. Give it up for the moms.
Moms, they're heroes.
I don't think any mom is ever going to watch our podcast, but I appreciate that we're pandering to them, I guess.
I think our mom watched one at the beginning.
We should apologize.
All right, Nathan, you got a question?
Next question. Okay. How much weight do you guys think you would lose if all of your clothing was shrunk one size smaller? So
How much weight
everything
would we-
didn't, yeah. How much weight do you think you would lose? And just because of how self-conscious you were, because everything is now one
Okay.
size too small.
Okay.
Oh, whatever was needed. I would probably lose more. I think I would hit I would hit momentum.
No, because I think what you don't realize is a lot of your clothing is sized for your frame. So you'd have to lose extra to make up for the fact that your frame is now kind of a little too big for your.
Oh, I would
Yeah.
lose weight to like, you know how at first you get compliments? I would lose weight
Yeah.
past that, where people wouldn't say anything. And then
No,
they start
dude.
saying stuff to each other where they're like,
No.
Nick looks weird.
Yeah, none of your clothes would fit. No one would ever compliment you. If you came in with like a tight shirt, even if you look good, people would be like, that's weird. You should just get bigger clothing.
Bridget, girl perspective? You're a girl.
Girl
eater.
perspective. Yeah. you
Girl,
got a
girl
different-
perspective is that I grew up in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. So this is just a thing that they told us to do. It was basically just like eating disorder, just a decade of eating disorders.
So this isn't even like a weird question.
Yeah, this doesn't even
isn't-
phase you.
to me, this is just like, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
This is what like a teacher would have said.
This is sort of a like, oh yeah, I remember when I learned not to do this. I remember when I unlearned this behavior. Yeah, it was just a generation of people who were raised by people with eating disorders. So we all just like right out the gate, like 8 years old, eating disorder.
And everybody was just so hot.
We were not. That's the thing. They were just
they
like,
were 8.
Here's the thing. Well, yeah,
For
we
an
were
8-year-old,
pretty hot-
I mean.
pretty hot at 8, but
It's all relative.
Nick, what's hot for an
the
8-year-old?
whole time, all of the supermodels and everything, they were like Kate Moss, etc. And what we didn't know at the time is that they were doing cocaine,
That's not fair for them to not tell you that.
and that would have changed some things
'Cause
for
that's-
all of us.
that's
Because they
weird.
were just in interviews like, okay, so Kate Moss has a very famous quote where she says, "Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels."
Yeah.
Which is one thing. Except I think that the quote is more like, nothing tastes as good as cocaine.
Yeah.
It's like, they're just skinny because they were just doing cocaine. And
Wait,
so
so-
all of us were like 8 years old and we're like, we better not have any body.
That even sounds like
turns out-
something you'd say on cocaine.
Yeah.
Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Get in the car, you
Yeah.
bitches.
So,
She's like, I can taste skinny.
Yeah.
so if someone shrunk all your clothing, you would just pick up a cocaine habit? That's the.
I think it would actually be cheaper for me to just buy new clothes.
I guess
Dude,
you
I
could do
am
that, too.
so close to picking up a cocaine habit. Even without the silly pretext of this conversation, if anything happened to any of my clothes, I'd be like, I'm doing cocaine. I don't care.
You get a
What
little
about
mustard on
cigarettes?
your shirt. You're like, give me a line.
What about cigarettes? I think
That
there's
helps you lose weight.
No, because then your clothes smell bad.
It helps you
Then
lose
you would
weight
have to pick
though.
up a cocaine habit
Oh, I'm sorry. If the pretense was that I would do cocaine to lose weight, I would just do cocaine
to do cocaine.
for me. Yeah.
You're just like unrelated. What were we talking about? I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to do cocaine.
Yeah. Are we podcasting right now? All right. I have a question. Oh, wait, Bridget, do you want to go next?
I do. I have one.
All right. Let's hear it.
Exciting.
Okay, I cheated a little because man I was chatting with on a dating app asked me this, and I want to hear your answers and I want to do my answers, but I also want to share his answer and then shit on him because I think he's stupid.
Do it.
So his question was, you get $20 million, but you have to never leave the state of New York. Do you take the money or no?
Yeah.
Do I have to move to New York right now to start it, or do I?
Yes. You have to move to New York. You can never leave the state of New York. You have to move tonight.
Dude, with $20 million in New York, you could buy an okay apartment.
Yeah.
How about that? That's the first joke of the question.
And here's the thing. It's not even the city of New York. You don't have to leave. You can't leave the state of New York. So you can have a little penthouse in the city, and then you can have a pretty nice home in the woods.
There's nothing
Like the
else
Avengers.
in the rest of. It's just this. There's nothing else in the. They got like Buffalo, I guess, but I don't.
No, there's an Albany Funny Bone.
Oh, here's the thing for Nathan and for listeners. When you live in New York City, there's infinite things to do. So it's actually really nice to be in the fucking woods.
Yeah.
When you're like, oh, there is nothing here, that's great. Because if you're in New York City, anything you could possibly want to do is there. It's too much.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. $20 million and never leave.
I'd have to go with more to Nick shows, so I'm gonna go with a no on this one.
Okay,
Wait,
honestly, Nathan, that is fair.
Last time I went to visit him, I went to like 12. I was like, I'm good. I'm out. This is fine.
Were you there for 2 days?
Yeah, I was. I made the mistake of coming a day early, and that meant 3 more shows for Nathan.
And
So,
$20 million wouldn't incentivize that at all?
No.
The shows are only an hour and a half.
6
12
a
shows
week.
over
Here's the thing.
$20 million. That's like $1.6 million per show.
Well, I'd also have to like move my entire life. But yeah, no, the shows are what's.
What is your life? You're nothing.
I got things.
Nathan, it's not that I don't think you have things going on, but you are standing in front of a bare wall.
This is my girlfriend's apartment. She makes me
She
do it
can
from this
come too.
corner because she's sleeping and angry at me for doing this so late.
Okay, the $20 million thing is starting to sound pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't sound terrible. No, I'd still go with a no. I don't want to live in
Then
New
you
York
could
City.
leave your girlfriend with her bare walls and find a girlfriend who has
Girlfriend who's got
posters.
stuff on her walls.
Stuff on her
She's
walls.
gonna get
I don't have any
posters.
stuff on my walls either. I think it's fine.
You like
I don't-
not having stuff on your walls?
Yeah, I think it's cluttered.
Okay, so I feel like that kind of disqualifies you from sincerely answering questions, as you are a psychopath.
So Nick,
No, I
I'm
like
with
it. I like it.
you.
It's roomy. Oh,
I would take the $20 million.
Yeah.
And this guy who asked this question of me, he was like, I couldn't do it because I'd love to travel.
no,
You could-
traveling isn't worth $20
You could
million.
bring
He's
anywhere
so-
you wanted
right?
to travel
Yeah.
to. You could make a person from that place come to you and do
But
things.
here's the thing.
There was a guy in
I
the
was
Middle
like,
East that did that.
I
He had like
believe it.
50 million. He had like 100. He was an oil guy, and he would just pay famous people he saw on TV to come to his house and just hang out with.
Yeah. And when you have $20 million, that money doesn't like go away. You just invest some of it and then
Yeah.
you can live off that. But this guy was like, oh, I love to travel. But here's the thing for me, I already don't have enough money to travel. I already can't leave New York. So like this is just like, oh, live your life but better here. Okay.
Yeah, where would you did he say-
Anywhere
Nothing.
else.
It's like,
Everyone-
oh, I really want to go to Baltimore. What are you talking about?
Again, I mean, how
guys.
many times is he going to travel? You'd have to divide that by 20 million. Are you seriously disagreeing, Nathan?
Yeah, I think just you guys, people from New York City, really like New York City, but everyone that doesn't, it's exhausting.
No. It's that people from New York City like $20 million.
No, I think we just understand money and how important it is.
$20 million.
feels really-
That having the $20 million would change your life more than the not being able to travel would. Your current life would be closer to the not
I want to
traveling
go on an
life.
Alaskan cruise.
Where's the last place you traveled? New York.
No, Philly, which was worse.
Oh, you went to Philly.
I
Yeah.
would, yeah. I would
That's
have
just
paid
where you-
money
Philly is
to
way worse.
undo that.
That's just where you poop
Yeah.
on the way to New York.
Yeah, it is. Pretty bad. They don't have I was driving through one of the roads and they don't have the lines there yet. They like haven't figured that out yet. Like half the roads didn't have any road lines.
Because you don't need lines to poop. I actually have a weight question. What if, you know how there's all this controversy about like what kind of diets work and it's like not settled and stuff? I feel like there's a chance we're going to find out that the way you lose weight is to just shit more. And it's going to be like, oh, duh, of course.
Just pooping
That's just an eating disorder.
Again?
We're back.
Yeah,
Did your teachers tell you like shit more, girls?
they kind of did.
Really?
They were kind of like, well, it wasn't the shit more, but they would just be like, guys, never make yourself throw up to be skinny. And we were
Poop
like,
it out.
how would we do that if we were going to? And they're like, oh, you just put and then it makes you throw up. So don't do it. And we were like, that's very interesting.
Do you think there's anybody who ever heard about bulimia and then tried to make themselves shit by sticking some fingers up their butt? And then
Wait, are you looking for someone to relate to?
I'm just asking. And then they were at first bummed about that it didn't work, but then excited that they figured out what they were going to do this weekend.
They awakened something.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure people have done it. If that actually worked, like if you put your fingers up your butt and you pooped more, would you do it? If your tummy hurt?
Yeah.
You would do it?
Yeah,
just
dude,
put your
I put fingers up there for nothing. Of course I would do it if I just do it for the love of the game. Would you not do it?
I wouldn't. No,
I don't have a prostate, so no. But
no, you don't need a prostate.
Yeah.
You do need a prostate.
No. I'm saying for the finger to poop thing. If that was real, you wouldn't need a prostate for that. You could just enjoy that.
Okay.
Everybody across the board.
You know what? In this hypothetical, women have prostates now.
Oh, then yes.
It's pretty cool of me that I allowed that to be part of the question.
Yeah, thanks for including us.
Does that change things biologically?
Dude, it changes everything. It would change the pay gap. It would change everything.
You think the pay gap is because of...
I would say that is the main
prostates?
fundamental difference that people aren't talking about. It's the prostate.
Yeah, this is a huge stride for women. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, that really is the point of the podcast. All right, since we're in all right, actually, Nathan, you go next. My next question is really gross, so we should...
My question is also gross and also about pooping.
Oh, I have another poop one. Let's hear yours first. Let's hear yours.
Good.
I'm excited.
That's great. So recently I've been having a lot of like sticky poops. They've just been really, they're just sticky. That's the only way to describe them. And I'm wondering if we could harness that, like our general people sticky poops for something. My first thought was global warming. I don't know how we would get from
you haven't connected those in your head at all.
No. But I think we're missing out. Like cement is pretty.
It's useful.
Yeah. And I feel like we're missing this natural resource that we're just wasting, and we're instead using fossil fuels.
Is your poop sticky even after it enters the water? Like it sticks to the side of the bowl?
Yeah. When I flush, there are skid marks. It is like wholesale super sticky.
I feel like this wasn't the question, but have you tried like fiber?
Don't try fiber, Nathan. Keep drinking wine and
yeah, like adding a little fiber might.
I mean, or we could figure out how to use this natural resource. I think we're
right.
I think
or
there's something too that
fix
the dieting. I'm not going to stop drinking wine and eating pizza. That's my whole diet. I'm not going to change my life. That's insane. I'm just going to do Nick's diet and poop more and wear skinnier clothing, and I will figure it out.
I feel like there's something to an adhesive that still works in the water, you know?
I don't think that it's as much of an adhesive as it is just sort of a unfocused poop.
Just changes the color of things. That's something too.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a brown adhesive. People could use that for stuff.
I again think it's less of an adhesive and more of just like a mess.
But what is an adhesive?
Yeah.
Like on a sort of philosophical level, it's all, you know, when you see something all taped up, you're like, that's a mess. So it could have been poop.
Have you ever used glue and you get it all over your fingers? That's a mess. That's a huge mess.
Yeah. So now imagine replacing that with Nathan's poop.
Yeah.
Are you guys imagining?
So what was this? What was the pitch?
I just think we could use it for something. I'm trying to pitch ideas. I'm asking you guys to give me ideas for what
Nathan is saying that normal poop is waste and disgusting, whereas his slightly stickier poop must have some
intrinsic
way to
value.
help society.
Value.
And you're asking us to figure it out for you. That's actually a thing you should figure. If you're pitching a product to people, you need to have the use case. It's not on us.
No, I had the use case. I wrote global warming question mark on the question.
Yeah, see, the question mark is the problem. You need to take those poops yourself and figure out where they fit.
I don't want to touch it.
You need to go into businesses with your poop and like just figure out, this could
just start putting it on.
You went into Shark Tank. Yeah, that's like if you went to Shark Tank and you were just like, what do you think this is for?
But it'd be worse though, because because they like demonstrations. You'd be like, guys, check this out.
Yeah, I would have them all. I would have them like, I have this new adhesive, and they all start playing with it. I was like, it's my poop. And then they would, I don't know.
I was suggesting you shit in front of them. And then they're like, you just took a shit. And you're like, no, but look how sticky it is.
No one ever on Shark Tank has ever gone on there and then made
taking
the
a
product.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to give them my trade secret.
That's true. That could be the thing. Your poop, it's a publicity thing. They say no publicity is bad publicity.
Although I think hear about it. It would be on the news.
I do think though that your shit stickiness would be overshadowed by just that you shit. So there's something to think.
I think if I started shouting how sticky it was right after I shit and during, I think that would probably come into play.
You would get interviews.
Yeah, people would have questions.
Like a BuzzFeed article.
Yeah.
You probably could if at the end of it you were like, I did this because of global warming. I bet that would be as effective as many other forms of protest.
I think it would beat out the plastic straws at minimum.
Oh yeah.
It'd be
for
slightly
sure.
better than the plastic
Dude,
straw.
I'm
thing.
pretty sure
Easily.
Greta Thunberg has already done this somewhere. No? All right.
I don't know who that is.
She's gonna hear this podcast and she's gonna do it though.
She was that girl. She was like 15 or something, right? She was like a kid and she made that speech.
She still is.
She's like a kid, that like how dare you speech. And then she
How
like
do you know this person?
she was so famous. And then she like sailed
And
across.
it's like all over the news. She's like the face of global warming.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you serious? How dare you? And then
Are
she
you
like
goofing?
she like
No,
wrote
no,
a-
no. I have literally no idea what you're talking
She's
about.
like a literal child who's the face of global warming. She's
Yeah.
like from the
And
Netherlands
she
or something.
did or didn't poop in front of people.
She has not pooped in front of anyone, as she is again a child.
I don't know. If you watch her speech, the way she says "How dare you," I think she may have.
I mean, she does look like a robot, but that is beside the point.
Since we're talking about shit, it's kind of another Shark Tank pitch. I think this is just it's one of the you know when you hear an idea and at first you're like that's a bad idea, but then as you sit on it more, you know,
Should I not do more poop ones? Or is
I
that...
mean, if you think you can top the one I'm about to do, my pitch is just as a cultural thing, preemptively shaving your butt hair when you expect diarrhea to come later.
Why?
So then,
Okay,
it's,
can I say something?
Wait.
I've never expected diarrhea.
really,
Yes, you have. That's bullshit. You've never had it where you can feel it like
every
it's like
diarrhea for you is that you're like, oh my goodness,
Well, how
you
far
don't have
ahead?
you don't have
How
like the
far ahead?
pre-diarrhea contractions beforehand.
like a couple of hours.
You
Yeah,
get-
but that's not enough time to like shave.
You can do it in like you can if you have 30 minutes, you can.
If you don't
You
care
could-
about nicks, which I don't, then you can shave in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but butthole
Right,
nicks are
okay,
the worst
so-
nicks. They're in your butt. You'll wipe and it will be all bloody. That's not a good nick.
That's like having it's like a baby wipe. This is so disgusting. It's lubricant.
What?
Bloody butt. I don't know.
I know it's gross.
Anyway, this would be my Shark Tank pitch.
Wait. So why are they shaving their butts?
So your pitch is that people should shave before they.
Yeah, but it's like an
Diarrhea.
IP thing. Like I own this idea, so you have to send me
Come on, I'm
money
gonna get my cat.
Wait, why are they shaving their butts?
to make the diarrhea come out more easily, so you don't get dry
No,
diarrhea. butt as
but those
much.
pre-diarrhea farts are gonna be so fucking wet because you just shaved your butt. That's clean. That's
Thanks
gonna
for
come out.
selling the idea for
That's
me.
gonna be so juicy. You're not gonna. People are gonna hear you shit yourself and they're gonna be like,
This
I
is
think
just
it's unnatural, and I'm gonna take this side of
taking the religious angle.
moms in the Midwest and be like, that's unnatural. God wanted us to.
God wanted your
you to have
diarrhea to go
hairy
through hair
diarrhea.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way the Lord wanted it.
No, I think it would
My
be
cat.
There's a cat.
your diarrhea would come out like butter.
I disagree.
No, the first 20 minutes would be moist and it would be bad.
What would it come
People
out
hear
like
you
then, if not butter? Say something other than butter if you don't think it would come out like butter.
scream.
That's fine. You guys are just selling my idea for me.
Have you guys seen the Squid Games?
Yes.
The show? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Everyone's already seen it?
And I will sign up. Is this a sign up? Because I will sign
No,
up.
no. It's not a sign up. It's actually a different version. So I went with my girlfriend to Starbucks the other day, and and I had to go really early in the morning, and I didn't want to go because I didn't really want to go to Starbucks at 6 a.m. with my girlfriend. And it was a pretty bad experience, but they gave me a free promotional cup, and it made the whole experience pretty enchanting. And I'm wondering, do you guys think that's what the Squid Game needed to do instead of offering people money? Just give them like a
I
fun
feel like
cup.
I feel like the Squid Games had it down.
No. What if we got rid of the money idea and instead gave everyone a fun souvenir, like shot glass? Do you think that would have enticed people more?
I
than-
feel like in the United States, if Ellen was there, people would still kill each other for a shot glass. Yes. If that's a
Okay.
question.
it lights up.
As long
If
as
that-
Ellen or Jimmy Fallon was there.
He would be so excited for me. He'd be like, "Oh my god, you killed that guy!" I'd be like, "Thanks,
Yeah.
Jimmy. I'm a fan of you, but you seem like you're a fan of me," which is the best part of Jimmy Fallon.
Showbiz.
So yes or no? Like it would improve things, or do you think it would make it worse? If instead of offering millions of dollars, you offered.
I think in America the money would work, but I do believe that shot glass.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Presented by
Every
Ellen.
year,
Whereas in
it's a
China,
different...
the shot glass would work. Those drunks. That's racist, guys. Come on.
No, but what if every year it was a different one?
A different shot glass?
Yeah, so if you came back, you could like collect them.
That would get people to come back.
Right? They're like, I don't want to go kill 400 more people, but like, I don't want to not have the complete set. So then they would have to go back and murder a bunch of more people. You don't get more than one though. And I think
Okay.
Ellen would really fit in. So I think it would
Oh
work well.
yeah, for sure. I feel like
has
she
the
would like
energy.
narrate the Squid Games. The
think it'd be
funniest
great.
thing about Squid Games to me was like how much it was like a secret, but I was like, if they just aired this on TV, people
People would watch it. Yeah.
they would watch it for sure. They would air it on TV, and like someone like Ellen would be like, all right, welcome to Squid Games. Like it would be like,
I think the problem with Ellen though is even if you put her in the mask and the voice changing thing, I think you'd know it was Ellen because of her fun
it'd
energy.
still be like, it's me, Ellen.
Yeah.
I don't think Ellen would wear the
Welcome to
mask.
show.
I think Ellen would want to know that I don't think she would put on the mask or I
Yeah.
think she would want people to know that it was Ellen there doing it. I think that would scare me a lot more.
Even though that was the one rule, which is that they're not allowed to show their face.
Yeah,
She'd
yeah,
be like,
yeah.
no one shows their face.
And for that first game where they're like playing red light, green light, I think she would be the red light, green light person. I think she would get into the action.
Yeah, I kind of
that way.
agree.
I think she would be murdering contestants.
Yeah, and do a little dance as everybody got sniped and stuff.
Okay, question. Do you guys think Captain America has enough like good grace with people to where if he hit women, he could like bounce back from that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You think he get like how much?
Don't even have
Like,
to
if it
think
was
about
like-
He'd be
if it
doing it
was-
for America.
If it was like Chris Brown level of like really hitting women, do you think people would be like, I mean, Chris Brown bounced back, but would Captain America?
Is it Captain America or is it Chris Evans?
No, in this world, there'd be Captain America. Like he'd be like that guy, but he also occasionally hits women.
I don't know if Chris Brown really ever did bounce back from that.
Wait,
He was
which,
in a.
which Captain America? Are you saying classic Cap or the new? Because Captain America right now is the old Falcon.
You're trying to say he's black?
I'm not trying to say it. He's black. Yeah.
Does
Captain
that matter
America
for
now?
you if he was black or white? Would that change
I'm asking
it?
I'm asking what you're asking.
Okay. The original Captain America. If that makes it easier for you.
It doesn't change
Original.
anything for me.
Why'd you ask then?
I was just clarifying for the audience.
Okay.
We have a very racist fan base.
Well, what I would say, that aside, is the other one, the other Chris Pratt. People don't like him right now because he's at a homophobic church, which is a good reason to not like somebody, and also is like making fun of his ex-wife online, kind of. So I think that those offenses are not hitting women, and people are still against him. So I think maybe Captain America would be turned on if he was to do something like hit women.
I feel like at that church they're probably hitting men.
They're probably hitting everybody.
Is that better to hit everybody?
I think it's best to hit nobody.
But if someone was like, if you met three people, one of them's like, I hit everyone. One guy's like, I hit men. And one guy's like, I only hit women. And there's one lady who's like, I hit children and dogs.
Which is the worst of them?
I mean, I think don't hit like if we have to rank them, I think don't hit children.
What
We don't
about
have
dogs?
to rank them. We get to rank them.
Yeah, it's our honor.
That's a good question. What do you guys think? What is worse?
I mean, I like
You know,
the
I think
idea
maybe
of
the guy who hits everybody. Maybe
I
that's
like-
bad.
No, but that's objectively the worst person. Like they're
I
doing
like the
most
idea of
hitting.
someone who hits everybody. And I like to imagine they're like, yeah, I hit women because I hit men. Like I hit a man last year.
They're just like, I'm the South Park of people.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, I
No,
just
wait.
go for everybody. It's nothing personal. It's not
Wait,
political.
but is it? But if for the person that's hitting everyone, is it like if they accidentally like hit a man, they're like fuck, and then they have to go find a woman and then hit her, or they just
Yeah,
try
because
to-
it's not political. They just take shots at everybody.
Is it
Why
like
would
an
they
average?
accidentally hit a man though? Is my question.
I don't know. You do want to like,
yeah.
oh hey, look over there, and then you hit a dude, and then you have to go punch a woman.
That's
to,
never
like,
happened to
even
me,
out.
actually.
I've hit
Not yet.
accidentally, even with my girlfriend. She'll be like going to like,
Wait, dude, you accidentally hit your girlfriend?
no. I've accidentally like,
Dude, what the
gone and-
fuck?
Is that why your walls are bare?
It's her walls.
Because she left you and she took everything.
Good for her.
But not the wine.
But the okay, so yeah, so my favorite would be the guy who hits everybody.
That's your
we saying-
favorite?
yeah, like that's the best of them. And then are we
Okay.
saying this guy has happened to have only hit women or on principle only hits women?
No. I mean, he stated he only hits women, so it seems like it's on principle. Nobody would only just happen to hit women and
I think that
state it.
probably is quite common. People who
I think that's
have-
most of the people who hit people.
yeah.
Most of the
Didn't
men who hit people only hit women.
I think
No,
that would be
I'm
the
not saying
majority.
that. I'm saying if they have the audacity to then brag and be like, yeah, I only hit women. Like it's
No.
probably
Oh.
a principle thing for him. He's stating it. Like it's a boisterous claim. He has to be.
Where did we find these people? In a
They
church?
came to us. They came to us.
Okay.
It's our podcast listeners. It's our base, dude.
Are we just rating the 5 podcast listeners?
Yeah, who's our favorite? Actually, the last episode got 18 listeners.
Ooh, we can rate all of them by how much they hit men, women, or children.
Most of them are like my friends, not the people that hit other people.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Do you guys think that Scarlett Johansson and what's his face, Chris Evans, do you think they've banged?
What did the hand over the mouth do? I could hear it over the mic.
I couldn't. did what? Bridget did what? I'm feeling left out. I don't know. I don't think that would be fair.
Keep in mind that they've been making movies together since they were in their early 20s.
I don't know, man. How often do you, like, even if you've been working with your coworkers for like 10 years, I don't think you'd want to.
I've had sex with everyone I've ever worked with for more than 3 years.
You work from home. That's weird. You're going to their homes to do that. It's not like we bumped it. We're not like hanging out in the office and we go for drinks later and something happens. You're being very deliberate.
Okay, but I do think that in this situation, the people involved are Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I think they wouldn't have sex with each other just because they would know that that's not fair to like the rest of humanity.
I disagree. I think they did.
I think it's so fair. What are you talking about? How is that unfair? They
just can't do it. They have to.
Also, she's with Colin Jost right now, which means that she's like settling for Colin Jost.
Colin Jost is fun.
Yeah, but she's Scarlett Johansson. If I was getting together
with Colin Jost.
Right. But if I was getting together with Colin Jost, I'd be like, guys, it's Colin Jost. But if I was Scarlett Johansson, I'd be like, guys, I met the nicest little guy.
Yeah, it's some guy.
I met this nicest little guy. He's got a little show. My friends would be like, is it a podcast? And I'd be like, kinda.
Kinda.
He just sits at the desk, so it's like not a lot.
They'd be like, so is he like on the show or behind the scenes at the desk? He's like, I don't know.
And you'd be like, good question, kind of both.
Who's the most famous lady actor in the world right now? Is it her?
She's probably the most famous, but not the richest.
Who's the richest?
The richest isn't I don't know her name. I've looked this up. But it's because she cheated. She's like married to a billionaire. It's like, technically,
you're talking about Julie Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah, she's
from Seinfeld. She has like oil money.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, okay, well, that's
good for her. That's also her. That's her family money.
Yeah, that's her family money.
Yeah, but like that's not being. I always imagined it's like if you're the richest actor, you've like. I think it's like all from earnings from the movies. Like no, she just is wealthy.
I agree with you, Nathan. I think maybe we're looking for highest paid actress. Let's find out.
I think
you're not supposed to say actress anymore.
You're supposed to say actor.
You're not even supposed to look at them. You're supposed to avert your gaze.
You know what? I think when you're talking about pay, you can say actress because they get paid less.
What about when I said lady actor? How was that?
That was feminism at its peak.
I think so.
Thank you for your service.
Remember earlier about giving ladies prostates? I would give them to lady actors too.
Okay, so according to the first thing that came up when I Googled it, highest paid actresses in 2020 to 2021, number 1, Scarlett Johansson, 56 million.
Yeah, nice. Of course.
2, Sofia Vergara, 43 million. 3, Reese Witherspoon, 35 million. I don't even know what Reese Witherspoon made this year. And I love her. I think she deserves all the money, but I also have no idea what she did this year.
I hope she didn't make anything. People just gave her, they're like, you're Reese Witherspoon.
They were like, were you not in any movies? All right, let us help you out.
What? They didn't even list a movie. I have no idea what it was.
I don't think she did a movie.
I have no idea. I don't think she did a movie this year.
Would you donate to Reese Witherspoon?
Maybe, honestly.
You know, she had a GoFundMe just
in Avengers when Black Widow fights, it always seems like legs around the head is how it ends up. You think all that legs around the head stuff works on, like, could you really legs around the head someone to the ground?
I don't think so.
And also, I feel like it's unrealistic the fact that when she does all that stuff, that nobody ever comments on the legs around the head thing. Because she'll fight like 5 people at once, and none of them are like, okay, do you always do legs around the head? Do you ever like punch people?
Yeah, but it's her move. What are you gonna?
No one's ever like, her legs are around my head.
I'm sure the guy who like does the coordinating is like, okay, and I'll be in the scene with her. Don't worry, you don't need to hire somebody. I'll do it.
I want to see a movie where they have just a big guy do legs around the head fighting to people. Because there's no reason why some guy couldn't do that too.
Doing it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Like The Rock, legs around the head. All right. My question: All right. If there was a series of consecutive bridges and they were called the Jeff Bridges, would people be more or less likely to kill themselves off of those bridges, given that they are the Jeff Bridges? Also, one of them is called the Bridge Lebowski. I didn't name the other ones because that's all I could think of.
I think people would only kill
That's who
themselves
Jeff
on
Bridges is.
Bridge Lebowski because
on the
that's
Bridge
hilarious.
Lebowski.
They'd be like, another man was leapt from Bridge Lebowski to his death today.
Oh, and everyone who did that, they would have to cremate and then throw their ashes into the wind and have them scatter back on
No.
themselves.
I think it would be like a destination, like how there's that like suicide forest in Japan.
And everybody who jumps off the Bridge Lebowski does a Steve Buscemi impression on the way down. And it's
How would anyone know
awesome.
How do you do a Steve Buscemi impression?
that? Will you act like Steve Buscemi?
What a dumb question, Bridget. I don't know. Can you do a Steve Buscemi? I don't actually know either. Just be like ugly, but also look exactly like Angelina Jolie. Have you guys seen those?
Jesus, no.
No.
That's
It's like a
crazy.
thing.
It is.
They have the same face, yet he is ugly and she is gorgeous.
Wait, what are the other bridges? So there's the Jeff Bridges, and then there's two more. One of them's a Lebowski. What's the last one?
We haven't
didn't-
named them all yet, Nathan. That's not
Name-
important. What's
If I had
important
come
is
up-
people are jumping off of them.
Fuck both of you guys. I came in with a half-baked question. You gave me a bunch of shit for it. Do the whole thing. You
If
don't
I
have
had
all four
named
bridges
all of
named.
the Jeff Bridges, obviously I would have said them and dazzled everyone with
name
my wit.
any other movie he's in, and you can name it after that. Just what's the fourth bridge called? Is it True Grit and no one can really pronounce it, or like what is it right now?
The villain from
Regret.
Iron Man 1,
That's what the bridge is called.
the Obadiah's.
Nobody's gonna fucking kill themselves on Obadiah Stane Bridge. He had zero character development. You think anyone's gonna want to murder themselves on that?
I'm saying,
Bad bridge
would these
No.
bridges in general have more suicides or fewer suicides than other bridges?
Yeah,
I feel like more suicides by people who are fucking cool.
Yeah, I think the obituaries would be different because they normally try to like hide that it was a suicide in obituaries, but they would be like, dude, he jumped off of the Bridge Lebowski.
Everyone who killed themselves on Bridge Lebowski would be doing it as a bit that they really committed to.
On their headstone, they would all be called like first name, the dude, whatever their last
I
name
mean,
is.
provided that more people that self-proclaim themselves as the dude are dying, I think it's a win for
You think that's
society. Yeah, I mean, if everyone that jumps off the bridge is like, no, I'm the dude, it's like, yeah, you could go. We don't need more the dudes.
You think we don't need more of the dudes? I think we need more of the dudes.
What are they providing to society?
Nothing. That's the point. I just
No.
want good vibes.
They abide and they go to the grocery store.
Hide.
I want to make jokes about that, but I haven't watched The Big Lebowski. I only know the dude thing.
What if you could kill yourself by jumping off of Jeff Bridges, the man, like getting up on his shoulders and then
That'd be the funniest thing ever.
Wait, is he letting them do this, or do I have to
No.
fight Jeff
You-
Bridges?
No, he's like fighting you. He's like,
Yeah.
don't do it. And you're like, but I will. It's
Ev-
only like 4 feet, but he still works.
But you
Wait, is this
die.
happening often? Does he know this is happening, and we're just
Yeah, he's trying to
putting
stop
it
it. He's
all on
doing
him?
everything he can. He's calling Captain America to see
Yeah.
if Captain
It's
America
both
can stop it. But
figuratively
Captain
and-
America's like, no, I'm punching women now.
it's both figuratively and literally on his shoulders?
Yes.
Oh man,
I feel like it's one
would-
of those things where like once it happens once, it'll start happening a lot.
I would
you know.
just fuck with him and try to get piggyback rides where he thinks I'm gonna kill myself and then I don't. I think it'd be fun.
He's like, dude, fucking kill
Let you
yourself
stay
already.
up there.
I'm
He
about
just
to. Here I
throws me
go.
over his shoulders at the end of it. Would that kill me, by the way? Does that count as a?
Maybe it'll be a big gamble. It'll be exciting for us all to watch.
Oh my god, that's exciting.
I feel like we got more out of that question than I was anticipating. I thought you guys would just boo me, honestly.
Like, get the fuck off the
Yeah,
screen.
pun.
And you'd just be like,
Yeah. All right, guys. Nathan, you got one?
Sure. Would you guys give up sex for a year?
Yes.
But in return,
Yes. Yes.
I feel like you have something else going on, and I don't want. If this is where it's going, I don't want to do this question.
All right. What's the question?
Okay, you give up sex for a year, but you get to go back and finish every argument in your whole life that you have just been like holding on to. I think that's totally worth it. I would trade that in a second.
Like anything I just haven't said, or can I go
No,
back to
no, no,
arguments
any
where I
fight that
lost and be like,
you
oh, I
could
should
go
have said
back
this?
and finish it. Yeah, you get to go back and redo fights. I think it's so worth it. A year of sex is totally worth. That's a lifetime. of
That's like
joy.
actually
want
our
to
question.
relive all my fights, though.
No. You just go to the moment where the fight would have ended.
Well, you
where the
probably have
fight
to go
ended.
back the whole time for context.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you go
because I
back a
wouldn't
little bit.
remember every single fight. I'd have to go back. I'd have to think
Well, you
about
get
the
to
fight.
choose. Well, you don't have to go back to every fight. The fights you choose to. I wouldn't go back to ones where I lost in like a landslide.
Can I go back
No.
with props? Can I have a cup of water?
No.
I feel like it would change how I did in many fights had I had a cup of water handy.
No, you get no props. Just would you go back and
Because I would have been more hydrated. That's what I would have done with the cup of water.
You think that's why you've been losing fights this
Yeah, I would have
your whole
alleviated
life?
Like, hold on.
Yeah.
You're getting like
exactly.
parched.
I would have
so when you
alleviated my dry mouth and then said some really cogent things.
So wait. So when you're like parched after a run, you're like vulnerable to losing fights?
Well, not in general. I'm just saying it was a hilarious
Everybody-
misdirect. You thought I was going to throw the water and then smash the glass over my girlfriend's head. That's what you all were thinking. And I'm saying, no, I would have just drinking the water.
Wait, so who would you guys do it?
I don't know. I feel like no, but not because of the sex thing, but just because I don't really want to relive every fight I've ever had.
Can I keep redoing the same one over and over again until I win?
You get 3 tries.
What?
You get 3. You get to go back once. You have and you can go back whenever you want. You can just prepare an argument. So you have tons of time. If you fail 3 times in a row, you're not going to win that fight.
I think I win all my arguments.
You win all of your arguments?
Yeah.
Man, I don't.
Can I go back and be the bigger person or do I have to fight?
No, you have to fight. You don't get to go back and be better. You have to go back and if you were going to be better, you wouldn't have taken the deal.
Well, maybe I'd go back to an argument I had with someone who's dead and I would just enjoy their company.
No, you have to fight with them. You can go back and have a dead. You
would
can go back and enjoy their company, but only if you're arguing.
I would go back and visit grandpa and just like trash him.
Yeah. You get to relive that part of it. You don't get to.
You have no idea what you're talking about. You're old and out of touch, and I miss you so much.
It cuts that part.
I don't even get to say the nice thing as part of my argument.
No, because that's not an argument. That's not an argument. You get to go back to argue. This is about winning fights.
You have to be more creative about the way you argue, Nate.
Me?
Compliments are a huge part of arguing.
Compliments are. Remember earlier when you said you would insult Bridget, and then if she didn't insult you back, you'd feel uncomfortable? I could do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that was before we started the podcast. Nathan was so nervous to do this one because there's a girl on it.
Nathan's not the kind of guy who has stuff on his walls, so he was nervous.
Yeah. I feel like no stuff on your walls means there's like a lady tied someplace.
There is lights right there. There's lights. Fuck you guys. I have lights by
just so the TV is a little harder to watch.
Yeah, and they blink. And when you click to turn them off, they don't turn off. They first go to a second state where they blink rapidly for whoever wants that. And then you have to do it again for it to turn off. I don't know who would want the middle part of that experience, but it's there. So not a psychopath.
Nora bought those, your girlfriend?
Yeah, it was not my purchase.
Does she like them?
Yeah, she makes me turn them on when I go to turn on the TV. She's like, "Get the lights too."
I'm gonna make that a clip, just you shitting on the lights with no context.
That's fine. She's already mad at me about something else today. I'll take 2 for 2 on that one. Do it.
This next question is also based around a pun. I do not apologize. What would it take in terms of your masturbatory skills for you to get the nickname Sonic the Edgehog? A lot, right? I mean, it would take like years of.
Are you starting the nickname and then other people are carrying it, or for someone else?
For someone to organically be like, "Damn, dude, this guy Sonic the Edgehog."
Is it because you're talking about edging a lot, or are they seeing you?
Yeah.
Just like, what would it take? What would it take for that to be my nickname?
A lot of public masturbation, but not successful.
But never coming.
Yeah. Very like you're like an unsuccessful Louis C.K. I think that's what it would take. It would be almost worse than Louis C.K. It's like, you're not even gonna come, and they're like, "Oh, I'm nervous."
People will be like, "Wow, he's really trying to do Louis, but he doesn't even finish."
I'm just masturbating. They're like, "Hack." We've seen this. And then I like, instead of the New York Times, I'd get like the Post to write an article.
Start spreading that. I think it'll help. We'll be like, assaulting female comics is actually hack now. So if you do it, you're actually just a fucking hack.
When I went to go see Louis, my girlfriend looked him up, and the headline was "Disgraced stand-up comedian Louis C.K. is doing more shows." I think you would get attempted disgraced.
Yeah.
Not even disgraced.
Yeah. It would say unknown comedian. Disgraced.
Yeah. Oh no, attempted. You didn't even get full. It's like, you didn't even do it. Didn't even get to disgraced comedian. Yeah. You get halfway there. And then
comedian
people would start calling you
good, please.
It'd be like local man.
Just local man trying comedy.
You probably also have to wear a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog shirts. You got to get that because no one's gonna get to Sonic the Hedgehog.
You don't think if I edge that much, they'll get there? They'll probably try other stuff, but like eventually.
Well, you know who won't get there? You.
I honestly didn't get it. I was like, who won't get there? Will it be family of mine? All right, that was a
Okay.
good question too. I'm really firing on all cylinders. Nathan, you got one?
Bridget, do you know the Jonas Brothers? Because I wrote this question and realized I don't know anything about the Jonas Brothers.
Yes, I do know
oh,
the
you
Jonas
do?
Your
Brothers.
question,
Oh.
just tell me about the Jonas Brothers.
No, it's different.
Have you seen
Bridget,
the podcast
who
before?
are the
Yeah,
Jonas
yeah.
Brothers?
Good. I'm glad you know. Do you like them? You're like a fan?
I mean, they were popular when I was a teenager.
okay, good.
No,
good,
no,
good
they're
enough.
bigger now than they ever have been.
Yeah. My girlfriend
I don't
got
think
mad
they're
at me
making
because I
music,
wouldn't go to
though.
a Joe Bros concert.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
they
yeah.
just had a concert in DC.
Are they making music?
Mhm.
Okay,
I don't,
well, I
I
can.
don't know. If you had to wear one of their skins to the Met Gala, who would you pick?
Dude, you have in every other episode, you have a question about wearing someone's skin.
No, I've only ever had
Which, by the
two.
way, really goes with your lack of stuff on the walls.
Yeah, I know. If you're gonna, I wasn't even gonna do this one, but you guys kept calling me a psychopath, and I was like, fine, I'll do the
You're leaning
Jonas
in.
Brothers
Yeah,
skin one.
Nick, because he has the best hair.
Not Joe.
Which one's the cute one?
Nick
Joe.
is the cute one. I like how this was a question about whose skin you would wear, but
I know.
now it's just a fight about which Jonas Brothers.
You think
is
Nick's the
one.
cute one?
Nick's the cute one.
Dude, I wouldn't
Joe's
even
the hot
play
one,
Nick if
and Kevin's the other one. Everybody knows that because Joe Jonas dated Taylor Swift, and Nick Jonas dated Miley Cyrus.
So Nick would be the one.
Yeah, because he's got the best hair.
Do you take their hair?
Yes. If I'm
Oh.
getting their skin, I'm getting their hair. What are you gonna give me a bald skin suit?
Well, you could just like put your hair through it. I don't know. You can
No,
do
I
whatever you
don't want
with
my hair through it. I want
it.
Nick's,
hair.
How fun would it be when you're at the red carpet and everybody asks you who you're wearing? And you go, I'm wearing Nick Jonas. And they go, I could tell.
And then it's just like I'm kind of like this, but my eyes are like
Yeah.
moving around inside.
There you go.
He's dead. Yeah.
Also, he's the shortest one, so it's the only one that would fit.
I wouldn't even think about height. Is
You-
any of them
you,
tall?
You didn't even think about this. You didn't even think about this. Nathan.
No. I almost Googled the Jonas Brothers in preparation.
The
for
Jonas
this.
Brothers skin.
Yeah.
You just get pictures. I've heard Joe has good skin. I asked my sister, and that's what she said. So that's why I
They
picked
all
Joe.
have good skin. They're rich. Which would you guys wear?
I'd wear Joe.
Of course.
I guess I'd wear the other one. Because
Kevin.
people wouldn't
Name.
expect it. They'd be like, what's someone's name?
Kevin.
Evan?
Kevin with a K.
Kevin? You're gonna wear
They'd be like,
Kevin's
they'd be like,
skin?
oh, you're wearing Kevin's skin. We didn't see that coming. We
They'd
thought
be
you
like,
would.
that's so ironic.
Yeah. Dude, I would hate that if someone killed me and then flayed me and then wore my skin ironically. They were like, as if I would wear this fucking guy's skin. That would suck. I hope they
Worse
wouldn't
than
tell me
getting
they were doing
flayed?
that.
Do
What?
you think the sentiment of it would
dead.
be worse than the literal?
No, it wouldn't be
getting flayed?
worse. It would just add insult to injury.
Right, to murder.
I'd be like, at least you're really gonna like the skin. And they're like,
Does that
"Yeah,
matter
dude."
for you? For a serial killer to really appreciate
I
you
think at the
before they
point
do it?
where I'm being flayed, it does matter. That's kind
Yeah,
of all
it
I have
matters
left.
a little bit.
Would you, if you told you, would you be like upset? Would you be like, that hurts personally? Or would you just,
I'd be like, hey, come on, man.
with that energy, Bridget, just like, hey, man.
Yeah, especially if I was like a Jonas brother, right? I'm a Jonas brother. They're like, oh, we really want your other brother's skin, but yours ironically. I'd be
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
Everybody's skin is equal. I don't know what we're.
No.
M-
Some people have like what they're just so
We're
I feel like I'm pretty
we're
blotchy.
talking about wearing skin ironically, which I think would be like a skin suit ironically, which would be like offensive, I think. As opposed to being like, look whose skin suit I have.
Yeah.
Or like in Silence of the Lamb, where he makes a skin suit out of multiple people.
That's too much sewing work. I don't want to. That's too much.
That's
You
why
guys
you'll
are
never
warm.
make it in the skin suit business.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
will
and
never
if you're
make
gonna
it
wear
to the Met
someone's
Gala.
skin, you will have to do some degree of sewing. There's no way you flay someone and then it just like, oh,
If you're
fits.
good, I bet Gordon Ramsay could do it in one. Have you seen?
No,
he cut a
I bet he
chicken,
couldn't. I bet he couldn't.
dude. I've seen him like perfectly cut a chicken with a blindfold on.
No, he's all bark and no
That's different though.
flay.
Dude, he does it with a blindfold on.
So you know how hitting your kids is like sort of a taboo these days?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are there any ways you could hit a kid so it would technically be okay? Some examples: hit them while they're sleeping, have another kid hit them for you as a parent, or if you throw something at them, does that count because you're not touching it anymore as it hits them?
I think if they don't see you throw it and you're like, oh, some that just came out of nowhere, I think you can get away with it. But I think if they saw you throw the bottle, I think that's
No, it's
that's a
not about
no-go.
getting away with it. It's about being like, no, I threw something at them. I didn't hit. I feel like hit them when they're sleeping is the best because they don't. You know, it's like how you're supposed to play Mozart for like babies and stuff. They like take it in. I feel like if you hit a kid while they're sleeping, they don't really feel it as much because they were asleep, but they get
Do-
the punishment subconsciously.
Nick,
you
you could just
linger?
like emotionally emotionally abuse them.
I can do both. I feel like don't pigeonhole me. I can.
Wait. Do you linger, or do you
Do I
when you hit
linger?
them when they're sleeping? Do you let them wake up to know that it was you that hit them?
You think they wouldn't know? Like they come into my room and they're like, "Dad, I think someone just beat the shit out of me." Well, no, you're just imagining things. You've probably had a stressful day. Go back to sleep, or else.
Day of
Yeah.
kindergarten.
Yeah.
Get back to sleep.
You could just be like, there is a monster under your
No,
bed.
Dad,
Like,
I
that
have
is true.
bruises. You're like, nah, it's puberty. Dad, my rib is broken. Yeah, it's growing pains. Oh wow, I thought we'd get more out of that one. Okay, Nathan, do you have another one? Do you have a last one?
When somebody catches you like itching your butt, how do you make it a show for them? Like, what's your go-to?
First of all, itching is a
Itching.
noun.
Scratch.
You can only
Scratch.
scratch and itch.
You know what? Let's be done. That was good. We had a good episode, guys. Great. I
And
loved
a
it.
wrap.
Yeah, wrap. Good job. Good job, team.